Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Anachronox, Blind. I'm still in the monastery on Hephaestus, trying to solve the mystery of a robbery that took place in here. But let me... I'm looking for Sister Angela, because she's one of the suspects in the robbery, but also I have the fluid. Sister Angela, if the accusation hadn't come from that little hooligan, I might have taken it seriously. Angela has always been an odd duck. As strange as she is, criminal activity doesn't seem in her nature, but you better question her just to be safe. This is to be a thorough investigation, no matter where it leads. Thank goodness, the Fluid Destiny Analyzer was down to its last drop of solution. Excellent work. I expect you to find the location of the 3 keys in no time at all. I believe you have a job to do. I do, but I don't remember. Is one of them Sister Angela? Sister Consuela? Greeting, strangers in trench coats, questions on your lips. The gods sent me a vision of you last night. You will ask about the 3 keys, and so you will accuse me of stealing them. Well, where were you in the last hours of last night, before compliant prayers? I dreamt of a cowslip and the bayberry leaves. There was a man in the woods, wooing me against the bark of a glowing MysTech trees. Then the rain of truth came and washed away the lies of the world. I was the only one left standing. No thief am I. The keys of Cavatum are inconsequential to me. I am an emissary of the gods, a seamstress of light and shadow, painting the truth with my visions. Luckily for you, the gods do not disapprove of my cooperation. Cute. Do your visions tell you anything about the disappearance of the keys? My mystical graces are elusive. I did not choose them. They are chosen for me. As for the disappearance of our holy relics, I can only mourn for their theft. Well, if you didn't pinch the keys, who did? Balance is delicate. Power has shifted dramatically, not only in the universe, but within our hallowed stones. Brother Lyseria recently vacated a position of the abbot. His political enemies are abandoned. Revenge often leads to reckless acts, wouldn't you agree? Well, this handful of grit remind you of anything? The seeding of the worlds by the sweet chariots of life. From earth all arises, the dirt of life, the grit of the living. Okay, may the gods burn the pain of wisdom and the light directly into your forehead. Brother Lyseria might have politically motivated reasons. Who is Brother Lyseria specifically? I have to walk around and talk to everyone basically because I don't remember. I'm not paying that much attention to names, to be honest. Which maybe I should, but... Last night we were so close to our own great awakening. Oh, I mean I was so close to understanding my own great awakening. Yes, alone in his quarters. Very much by myself. Hello. Hi. Good luck with your affair. To be honest, I don't exactly have anything against that. Like, okay, I do have something, because let me rephrase that. I believe vows of celibacy to be kind of weird in themselves, But that's mainly because I find organized religion to be kind of weird in itself. I guess as long as they are voluntary, I'm completely okay with that. Like, people should be allowed to choose whatever and to make whatever sacrifice they want to make. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't see breaking vows of celibacy as a sin, but that again comes back to the fact that I don't believe in sins in a religious sense at all. What I guess I have a problem with is if they no longer want to keep their vow, then I guess they should resign from the order. Like, they should, it should, presumably it's possible, that they shouldn't deceive their own brothers and sisters and themselves into, still being a part of this if they no longer believe in it, if they no longer want it. But I have nothing against the fact that they do want to be intimate with each other. Like, to be honest, that's completely natural, actually. And it's celibacy itself that's kind of weird. But as I said, I think they should openly announce that and, step out of the order and then do whatever with each other, whatever pleases them. Brother Lyceria. Yeah, who are you trying to find? Brother Lyceria. A former master. He rests in his personal quarters past these doors. Make right, follow the hall. Make right, you say? Okay. So is that you? Nope. Brother Wendigo. The scramble for power, the Great Awakening has brought out the worst in people. I had no idea my brothers were so easily seduced by power. What are you doing on monastery ground? It looks like there was also a Great Awakening of greed. Are you Brother Lyceria? Nope. According to the scriptures of Simon, the awakening of MysTech is to be followed by a great war of the cosmos. The Brotherhood of the Mysterium is divided between building an army to prepare for this vague battle and expanding the reach of our order through its entrepreneurial designs. I see both sides of the issue. MysTech has awakened, so where is the war? Who is the enemy? Until the answers are apparent, the best way to serve the order is through financial security. Solvency brings leverage to deal with anything. Money can buy armies. On the other hand, the mysterious destruction of Thunder should be indication enough that the universe is in danger. Hephaestus is the center of MysTech. Could we be the next target? If the scriptures are right about the Great Awakening, maybe they are right about the Great War. Okay. But where is Brother Lysarius? Was supposed to be around here. That's where Sister Angela is. Wait, can I get into that other chamber? Or still not? Because I presume that's what this is used for, right? Get in here? Okay. She still finds it a little strange. Oh, you disturb my prayers for what reason? Word around town is that you used to be the abbot of this dungeon. What happened? My tenure as an abbot was at an end, nothing more. May I return to my prayers now? I know anything about the The robbery of the 3 keys of Cavatum? Am I under suspicion? I would never do anything to hurt the monastery or the Brotherhood. I am an austere and devoted follower of our order. Where were you after complaint prayers last night? I retired to my chambers immediately and slept restfully until the morning. May I return to my prayers, please? You're well connected. Any idea who might have stolen the keys? I'm distrustful of all of the outsiders. One fellow in particular, a MysTech dealer by the name of Thomas Litton, especially stokes the fires of my suspicion. The 3 keys of Cavatum would fetch a healthy sum in the black market for a man with the right connections, which I hear he does have. He's currently under house arrest. It should be easy enough to find and question him. Does this grit look familiar to you? You interrupt my prayers to shake a fistful of dirt in my face. I question the abbot's judgment in allowing an outsider to lead this investigation. You interrupted my precious time long enough. Leave me to my prayers. Yeah, the guy, Thomas Listener or whatever, he's the guy in a suit, right? That doesn't look like a monk, because he is not a monk. So at least that question answers itself. Yeah, that's him, I think. Hey, nice to see a friendly face around here. Is there something I can do with help you with? Where were you after the evening prayers last night? After the evening prayers, I was asleep. I remember being woken up by the monks making their way to the bed. They sounded like penguins. Know anything about the robbery of the 3 keys of Cavatum last night? Of course not. I feel like a criminal or something. I'm constantly under watch and everyone looks at me funny. It's horrible. They make jokes about my weight and then spit in my food. Honest, I'm only here renegotiating my MysTech contract. I assure you I've got nothing to do with the disappearance of the keys. Have you seen this grid anywhere? Yeah, I know that grid anywhere. There's always a ton of it on the bottom of the shipping crates of MysTech they sent me. You ought to talk to the librarian about this. He's a geologist or something. Probably from the tunnel transport area where they load the MysTech onto the train and take to the entertainment district. I've seen the whole process. The stuff is everywhere. I hear you're the man who can hook me up with black market art items. Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir. I don't deal in anything illegal like that, though I hear it's quite lucrative, and it gets you invited to really trendy parties on Cordica. I love parties. Believe me, I am a legitimate MysTech dealer. Why would I want to lose my license selling heavily priced objects d'art to men with expensive suits and exquisite girlfriends? I'll spit in your soup unless you tell me who do you think stole the keys? I swear I don't know anything about it. Honest, I don't. But spit in it anyway. It could use the flavor. I don't know anything else. Okay, find Brother Flammarion, the tower librarian. Maybe he can identify the grid. Okay. Okay, this is the exit. MysTech is creation. Okay. The case is getting a little convoluted, although I guess the grid seems to point in the direction of the guy that works at the transports, right? But that's just what this guy says, which if he's guilty, he would obviously have to say something to throw suspicion out of, off of himself. So I'm not sure if I put much stock in that. Brother Flammarion. Is there something I can help you with? Are these 2 clumps of grit from the same source? Sir, I am an herbalist. Why are you showing me 2 handfuls of grit? Herbalism is not the study of dirt. I study the herbs. I don't know who told you I was a geologist, but they are quite incorrect. If you want my opinion, I can tell you this much. I hate it. When monks come here to study, after they've been supervising the loading of MysTech in the transport tunnel, I'll find this residue all over my manuscripts. It drives me mad. Is it so hard for them to wash their hands? Tell me, is it? Let me see what you have there. Oh yeah, look at the granular consistency of the grit. See those silver flecks of pumice there? And this is the sediment from the Levant processing plant. It sticks to the bottom of the packaging crates when readying MysTech for transport. Later, when the crates are put on board to the tunnel transport, the sediment falls off the transport tracks and is crushed into fine grit. There's no doubt about it. I might not be a geologist, but I know my pet peeves. That crime scene grit is definitely from the transport tunnel area. Hope that helps in the investigation. All I ask in return is both those samples. I would like to put them in a safe place, away from my precious manuscripts. Now that we've established a link between the crime scene and the transport tunnel grid, maybe Wrestling Brester will change his tune. Yeah, so it is the guy, most likely at least, given the evidence for now. It is the guy working in the tunnel near the truck. So let's go question him again. You what? You connected 2 clumps of grit? I see. Maybe you ought to take a seat, detective. I'm going to tell you a little story. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a monk. To me, being a monk was better than being the president of PAX. Even before finding work at the mining plant, I wanted to be the part of the Order of Mysterium. It's the only place I knew I belonged. Monks do whatever they want. They have access to a library filled with books on MysTech, where they can spend all afternoon reading, or they can turn their attention to the mystery of the 9 enigmas and let their minds drift into space. Man, they have it made. Because I've been a worker at the mining facility, I'm considered hands-off. I can never become a member of the Brotherhood, so when someone offered me a chance to change that, I took it. Brother Listeria said that if I sold the 3 keys of Cavatum for him, he would see what he can do about opening the books for me. I stole the keys, but I don't have them. Last night we used the tunnel transport to take the 3 keys to the surface. One of his associates took the possession of them there. I've been full of remorse and guilt ever since. What was I thinking, stealing from the Brotherhood? My life is over. They are going to throw me into the Mysterium Levant. I just know it. Please, leave me alone. I don't know where the keys are. Honest. Okay, maybe that's good enough info for the abbot. Unless I need to question Brother Listeria again. Alright, Boots, before you go barging into Brother Listeria's room, looking for evidence, let's go get help from another party member first. I don't want a disastrous repeat of the Anselmo case. If you're going to search the room, someone better distract the suspect. Well, how do I do that? Find either party member in the entertainment district and convince them to help you find hard evidence in Brother Listeria's quarters. Okay, I will take Grumpos because he seems naturally kind of well predisposed towards this kind of work. What with his Yammer ability, he should be able to distract people pretty well. And he's nearby as well. two-man job? Well, I am flattered you thought of me, but don't you think Democratus would make a better choice? Democratus is exploring the universe for the first time. Be a gentleman and show the planet a good time. I'll be shopping. Oh really, you suggest him? Interesting. Two-being team? You made the right choice. Well, actually it's probably a few billion-man team. What with Democratus being a whole planet. It's a nice looking cathedral. And do I want to know what is that behind you? Well, maybe you don't. Okay, it's somewhere else then. I you know, I'm pretty bad in at this whole finding my way business. I don't think I even was here, which is interesting. Okay, they are praying in silence, I guess. Guilty. Doesn't exactly help me, but was actually rather interesting anyway. Okay, that's his room, right? I'll distract him while you creep inside his quarters and look for evidence. Push open that huge door around the corner, walk along the ledge, and sneak in through the window. Good luck. Okay. Is there no rest for me? Is there no peace? Will I forever be hounded by your incompetence? I've got a confession to make. This doesn't look like it. Confession? Confessions are for sinners, detective. What matter of confession would you burden me with? I've got visions too. This isn't what I'm looking for. Communing with the gods. I'm afraid Sister Angela has that market cornered, detective. Try again. But I'm telling the truth. These visions come every night. Now, what am I even looking for? This can't be it. Your divine revelations are not from the gods. What celestial essence do you claim to commune with? The mover? commune with the mover on a regular basis, tell me where he makes his home. That's a trick question. He has no home. You wasted enough of my time. Good night, detective. Okay, so I'm screwed. Unless I have to repeat that? I don't think I can. I think I found what we were looking for. Brother Gray, all goes according to plan, except for one a notable detail. You must locate a new hiding place for the devotional objects, and quickly. Babbitt has dispatched a detective, an outworlder no less, perhaps in order to prevent corruption within the Brotherhood from hampering the investigation, to find the location of the relics. He seems incompetent, but I suspect this might be a clever act on his behalf. P.S. Find a new haven immediately, otherwise your drinking binges at Echo Bar might not be kept secret from the tribunal for very much longer. Okay. We have unanimously decided to give our planetary navigators some time off from perilous activities. They are still faint from that stunt on the ledge. Okay. So, let's go back and talk to the abbot about what I found. I know you wouldn't accuse anyone of a crime without hard evidence, would you, detective? I expect you to find the location of the 3 keys in no time. Wait, what? Ah, okay. Track him at Echo Bar. You might know the location of the stolen items. But I guess the abbot doesn't care yet. I'm supposed to see it, to completion before bothering him. Okay. Oh, the Echo Bar in here. Brother Gray. Sorry about that. I have been drinking and eating. Life in the Brotherhood is no parade of laughs, nothing but pointless politics. Buy me a drink? Sure. That's mighty gent of you, I appreciate it. This has been the strangest 24 hours of my life. At least the beds at Les Summeril are softer than the cinder blocks we sleep on in the monastery. Yeah, I'm shacked up there for a few days. Long story. The room service is excellent. Like I need to gain any weight, right? I order something and I order something every 20 minutes. Now they answer the phone, assuming it's room 3. Thanks for the drink, man. Excuse me if I pass out. Okay, so maybe I can search his room at the hotel and find some clues there. Oh, damn it, I have not visited any of those rooms before? I guess I might as well do it now. And I guess those are not rooms, those are floors. The rooms are going to be right here. Well, lucky here. Guess these are the 3 keys everyone's making so much noise about. Dinky little suckers. I better hightail it back to Abbott, tell them that they're here. To be honest, that seems rather stupid to leave them here, because in the meantime, you know, between the time I'm here and the time I notify the abbot, he might hide them and flee? So, you know, but I literally have no other choice, because the abbot specifically requested that I do not touch them. Oh dear, you smell like a prevalent brothel.
Spare me the jokes about my smell. I just want what's coming to me. Access to the library and a stick of deodorant.
We keep our word here, Detective. Baby fresh or musk.
Ground rules as defined by the scriptures. Ye shall not willfully abuse, deface, destroy, or otherwise disturb the slumber of any book, tome, manuscript, or codex within the library. Ye shall leave all briefcases, bags, leather wine pouches, and electronica larger than a baby goat outside the library walls. Grape juice also shall be expressly forbidden. Lastly, ye shall behave in a manner appropriate to the order of Mysterium and befitting a servant of the gods.
Do you smell musk? Damnation! I've poured through half these books and I'm no closer to discovering the missing link. It's all superstition with no basis in reality. I came here looking for science, and I found religion instead. And these infernal bugs are everywhere. One nearly crawled up my goose pipe.
You'd think these guys could afford an exterminator.
Did you see that? Do that again.
Do what? What did I do?
It's the missing element to the MysTech. These bugs. I should have noticed the bugs are attracted to MysTech. Damn me!
What are you talking about?
Not only are we rich, we've now got the full power of MysTech at our greedy little fingertips.
Fetch Democratus and bring that annoying bugger back here. I'll explain everything when you return, and pick up any bags you find along the way. Wait until Roe Bauman gets the load of this. Okay, but before I do, I want to talk with everyone. Oh, no, this is the outside, right? Yeah, Brother Flammarion. I believe you have business with the abbot. Okay, so I will go to fetch Democratus, even though I find it a bit pointless. Like, why does the game expect me to have to do that? Why can't he just come of his own volition in a cutscene or something, given the fact the only thing it adds to the game for me to have to fetch him manually is basically backtracking, which I'm not a huge fan of. Another wild adventure perhaps? Splendid. Okay, this is going to take a while to explain, so both of you be patient and keep an open mind. This sounds harder than it is. Alright, boys and girls, cut the cackle and pay close attention. I want everyone to look at each other. No, I want everyone to look at each very closely. We are now the deadliest people in the galaxy. Okay, so it was each other basically, that's what it meant. The latest breakthrough allows us all to harness MysTech, modifying and configuring its functionality to create our own flexible designs. The key was these bags and this special host. Weren't you wondering what this was when you were pounding on it, Slick? I ran across it a few years ago at a Brebulan junk sale. Hell, they didn't even realize it was MysTech. Bought it for a steal. Anyway, I've been sitting on this slag for years, not quite knowing how it fit into the puzzle. I had almost given up, until that handsome idiot unlocked the mystery for me. You see, all pieces of MysTech are just frozen slags of the elemental MysTech hardwired with only one function. Fire slag burns, poison spin poisons, and so on. Some slags, however, serve as hosts that can be modified by biological circuitry in these bags, allowing you to create MysTech that burns in one configuration, poisons in another. These bags must have been bred or engineered to serve as a data input for those MysTech hosts. The information must be coded into the genetic structure. Let me show you how it works. On the bottom of this host is a single node below a roughly hexagonal ring of 6 other nodes. Note the 7th one in the center. The bottomest node affects what the host does and might even harness complete control over the primary functions of the biodevice. So when you place a bug on the host, certain nodes will glow with a chemical light that indicates active nodes. If you look carefully, each is slightly colored. These glowing nodes determine what color of a bug you can place on them or how happy the bug will be in that particular spot. We'll need an experiment to know for sure. Also, some bugs contain more involved data and light up more nodes than others. Keep an eye out for those more valuable bugs. And one last thing. I have reason to believe that you can feed these bugs with even when they are locked into position in the host. Look around the places we find MysTech for anything these bugs might be eating. I found one of them chewing on a petal from one of those reblooming life flowers, so let's try on those first. After that, maybe they eat BP. I've asked Fatima to track down our hosts. One of the perks of being a trailblazer is that we can name them whatever we want, since we were the first to discover them. Okay? What's your problem, Ace? What part of my lecture didn't your small handbasket of neurons understand? Just put the bug on the bottom node. It will dictate the function of the device, and put other bugs on some glowing nodes above it to complete the function. Then hope you have enough energy to use it. Don't worry about the other hoo-ha. Your brain probably is doing 60 trying to tie your shoes in the morning. Okay, are we done here? So now that we have figured out the elementary system, let's seek out the audience with the Grand Mysterium, shall we? Well, to be honest, have we figured out? Okay, Elementor host. White beetle, cyan beetle. Wait, so this would make it freezing, right? Because Boots is cyan. So let's putting this on the bottom. Yeah, effect freeze. Can't place white beetle because the selected node is not valid. Okay. I have little idea of what I'm doing. And must I equip the Elementor separately? Yes. And I guess it is kind of better than the freeze zone, right? Yeah, let's stay with that for now. Although I still don't quite get it and I only have 2 bugs. So... the abbot in the Tower of the Grand Mysterium can arrange it for us. But where is the Tower of the Grand Mysterium? Is it in here? I believe you have business with the abbot, detective. The 9 Enigma chambers should be the last of your concerns. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. Excuse me if you can hear my sister's dog in the background. She's currently visiting us and the dog is, you know, rather excited about that whole affair. Okay, I will actually go check up on it, so be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I'm not entirely sure where I'm going. Oh, I guess to him.
Detective, so pleasant to see you again. Is there anything I can get you? Some cheese or wine, perhaps?
How about an audience with the Grand Mysterium?
Sold! Come right this way.
That was easy. Wait a minute. Doesn't the Grand Mysterium live up in the tower?
Mm-hmm.
Then where are we going? The Mysterium Levant?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna make me do something, aren't you?
Someone has sabotaged the main pump deep inside the Levant. No monk has the strength or courage to brave the many miles of dangerous terrain leading to it, but we know you can be trusted with the job.
I'm not your handyman. Forget it.
I'm sure the Grand Mysterium will want to congratulate you personally for handling this problem.
You're a leech.
Locate the main pump, determine the problem, fix it.
You make it sound easy. What if we can't?
These doors don't open from the inside.
Okay, that's a majorly dick move. They basically sentenced me to potential death. But he's still standing here. I was just kidding about the doors not opening from the inside. You're free to come out and go as you please. You can't blame me for being a dramatic queen now, can you? Okay, good one, because I actually believed you. I actually totally believed you. So, can I return up there as well? Or is that... I guess I must be able to, because he's still here, so the elevator must work, because he must be able to return if he wanted to. But from the fact I have my party with me, I understand that... Hey, I got a white beetle. Oh, so that's what those are. Those are bugs for the Elementor. Okay. Okay. Good to know. From the fact that I have my party members with me, I suppose there's going to be combat in here. Which I'm not, you know, not that enthusiastic about, but... Access gate. Check auxiliary generator power. Okay, I will eventually check everything. Everything I can find at the very least. So here, the lower Levant exit, there is no power to this pneumatic door. Okay. So that at least cuts down on one of the potential pathways I could go down. Which is actually good. Like, don't get me wrong, I like non-linear design, but when a location is too big and too sprawling, I get lost very, very easily, as you probably know by this point. Auxiliary generator. Gen bridge. Retracted. Okay, so I created a passage of some sort, at the very least. Check auxiliary gen power. Okay, so that's where the bridge leads, though, right? If I understand correctly, I just need to find where to go to cross it. Well, if I were to guess, I would say up. Right? That's the most logical answer for me. Hey, I got a white beetle. Except that it wasn't the most logical answer, because I'm back to where I was. Although, maybe it was a logical answer after all. Difficult to tell, really. Blast sack. What's that? Huge sack of explosives with a fuse. Okay, so it's like a better bindle bag, I presume. It's like a grenade, I think. Okay, that's here. Great. And there are some enemies, presumably. Okay, if I have an opportunity, I will test out Boots' MysTech. Okay, it's very powerful. It's like well, very powerful. Pretty powerful at the very least. It's like 2 attacks in one. And it's not that energy heavy, really. So overall, pretty great. Okay, so this is the auxiliary generator, right? No, auxiliary generator pad. Check auxiliary generator power. Okay, so... The main power line is burned through. I can bypass it though. Already bypassed. Yeah, so I can power on the auxiliary generator. And this in turn should power up the other computer from before that displayed a message about the auxiliary power generator. I think it was down here. Auxiliary generator not diverted. Okay, so I have to fiddle with something else first, but I guess let me deal with the fire frogs or whatever exactly is that. Alright, a petal. No petals to pick. But what's the purpose of this? I'm not quite sure. I guess I'm looking for more computers now to interact with, because I need to divert the power from the auxiliary generator. Okay, that's about the bridge. Okay, so I think I should be able to open the gate now, right? Because the power has been diverted to that region, as evidenced by the lights lighting up. But I also quickly check this. Was I even here? I don't remember. Mysterium Levant, new worker overview. Since the new Levant worker turnover rate is somewhat high, this terminal provides information about the workings of the Levant machinery. Pads indicate the workings of various machinery. Orange text means unpowered, grey means off, and yellow means on. The color of the switch below corresponds to the state of that pad. Watch their colors carefully. You can only activate a pad's function if its button is grey unlit. Also, the control pad's function title in the whole big scheme of things will be blinking, so you'll know where you are and what it's going on. The utility generator, the power this powers the main support systems, like the lights, these terminals, and the generator bridge. This is supported by a double backup system and has never gone off. The auxiliary power, this powers important things like the aux systems, a power bridge, and the main access gate to the lower Levant. A lavatic pump. These are the heart of the Mysterium Levant, and the very machinery that draws the mystic-laden lava out of the planet's core for shifting and processing. From the filtration systems to the MysTech conveyor system, down to the huge lavatic pump itself, this is what the Levant is all about. Good luck and try to last the week. Okay. It wasn't like super fascinating, but I couldn't have known that before I got here. I think I should be able to open the gate to the lower thingamajig now. Wait, I'm going in circles. Okay, but this episode has been long enough, so I will end it here. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.